So a little bit of perspective what's happening here. This is a video where a 13-year-old tries to buy lottery tickets and his parents are or aren't around, but he gets denied because it's illegal to sell lottery tickets to a child. Then he goes and tries to buy booze, and same thing happens. He is denied because it's illegal. But then he goes to a gun shop and he just flat out buys a weapon. While it is completely legal in that state and that place, even in the video, they say themselves that that was completely 100% legal. So let's listen to Asmongold's understanding and takes on this, because they're great.
In the case of things like a private gun show or a private gun sale or something like that, whenever there's like a very high chance of something illegal occurring, and there's a financial benefit for that illegal thing to occur, maybe the problem is with the thing. Do you see kind of what I'm saying? Is so like
No, I do not absolutely see what you are saying. He is literally stating, not implying, he is stating illegal things in a gun show constantly happen, and they can happen absolutely easily. That there are absolutely no problems for illegal things to happen in gun shows, and they constantly happen, and they're gonna happen even more because there's a money incentive involved.
let's assume that we are going to assume that it's illegal, okay? Because I think that I can even argue that it's still bad even if it's illegal.
Okay, see, this is why I always say, listen to what Asmongold says. It's bad even if it's illegal. Obviously, he means it's bad even if it's legal, but the whole point is, he's watching a video where it's literally demonstrating that the law works. You're not allowed to buy booze, they can't buy booze. You're not allowed to buy lottery tickets, you can't buy lottery tickets. You can't buy cigarettes, you can't buy cigarettes. But legally you can buy a gun? You get sell the gun. And he's implying that that is bad. He is implying that a 13-year-old should not have a gun. Now, it's his own opinion, and he should explain why it should be bad that the 13-year-old can buy a gun. But obviously, he doesn't do that. Instead, he creates the situation where, even though the 13-year-old in the video completely legally, in admission of it, in this video of itself, bought the gun completely legally, Asmongold is saying, well, of course a 13-year-old can buy a gun illegally in a gun shop, because gun shows, because in gun shows, all kinds of illegal activities are happening constantly, and even more illegal activities happen because, well, there's monetary incentive. Essentially, he's saying that bad things are gonna happen because there's a monetary incentive for them to happen. And if you want to really misconstrue his statement there, if that's his belief, then are we supposed to assume that he actually fairly does his taxes, that he does not lie about his income to the federal government? No, he essentially just pretty much admitted that he most likely lies about his taxes. Now, does he actually lie about his taxes? Probably not. I will say with a 90% certainty that he most likely does not lie about his taxes and does not skim off the top or anything like that, because it's stupid. But, everyone else, they're gonna do illegal things instantaneously, because gun shows, absolutely the Wild West. Nothing's illegal, Everything bad that can happen happens.
Because what happens here is that you create what have I always said about profit incentives? Is that if you give somebody a way to make money off of something, they will do it whether it's illegal or not. Whether that's writing stupid things off their tax.
Yes. So, essentially, he's implying that this person who is selling guns is gonna sell guns illegally to everyone, because that's extra profit. Because, there's absolutely no risk that he gets caught. There's absolutely no risk that he gets fined or thrown into jail or loses all of his business. Just because the incentive is there, Asmongold is saying it will most likely 100% happen.
Taxes, whether that's speeding a little bit over the speed limit, or whether that's selling a gun to a 13-year-old at a gun show where there's no sort of real transaction and there's no accountability for it.
What do you mean there's fucking no accountability for it? So here's the thing about Asmongold. After watching this video, it's absolutely mind-numbingly easy to conclude that Asmongold has absolutely no idea what gun laws even do, what's in them, or anything else like it. He thinks that in gun shows, there's absolutely no oversight. That there's no one who checks the vendors, that everyone in the gun shop is corrupt and they just look the other way what's happening. You know, there's no oversight, that the government completely ignores, you know, I'm not American, so I could be wrong on this, but I'm assuming that every single person in America who is registered as a gun salesman, or whatever a weapon merchant, I guess it's called. Everyone who is registered as a weapon merchant needs to present extremely thorough documentation, probably once a year, I would think, or once every 2 years or something like that, about who the hell he has sold all his guns to, when, time, date, how many he has left in stock, and someone probably counts how many he has left in stock or something. I'm very sure that if the government finds out that you should have 20 guns, but turns out you actually have 15 and you have not reported that, I'm pretty sure you're in very, very deep shit. But Asmongold is literally, not implying, again, stating that that's not the case. That there's absolutely no oversight on gun shows or anything like that.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's only illegal if you get caught. Exactly. And so these people...
Well, yes, everything's only illegal if you get caught. By the way, this is not for guns, but this is pretty much for everything. Nothing is illegal until someone says it's illegal. If we want to go that route.
Have a vested financial interest in doing something illegal. They can do something illegal and make money from it. Do you see my point? They're supposed to fill out forms at the gun show, but some people don't because of cash. Isn't that convenient? Yeah.
By the way, I'm sure that has happened. I'm sure someone has found a way to skirt the law in some way. But no, that's not a good argument for it. In this video, he does a completely legal thing. And there's no problem. There's not even a need for a hidden camera. The guy would most likely sell the gun to the kid with a smile on his face. Because it's legal. There was probably no even need for a hidden camera here.
Isn't that fucking convenient? His parents with him? His parent was with him in all the other cases when...
Honestly, it doesn't actually matter if his parent is with him or not.
Whenever they wouldn't sell him alcohol, too. So how does that make any sense?
And here's the thing. This is so absolutely insane. So, the conversation has been flipped to... should a 13-year-old buy a gun? But the conversation here is structured that it's illegal that he bought the gun. Even though what he is doing is completely illegal. And the video he's watching even states that the 13-year-old legally buys the gun. There is no problem here. There is no illegality here. Everything is done completely by the book. 100% legally. They themselves who made the video state that. And Asmongold here as well, illegal.